Okay, so here we are. I am going to not talk too much in this video. Basically, I have done the trade in NBA 2K18. I've traded DeMar DeRozan as well as, oh my god, I can't believe it, Jakob Poeltl over to the San Antonio Spurs, and the Raptors have got in return Danny Greene as well as Kawhi Leonard, and well, let's face it, this was a good and bad trade. Who knows what's going to happen next season? I don't know. This could either be like pissed off players in Toronto, or this could be very happy players who win lots of games. So, well, Kawhi Leonard has come out and said that he doesn't want to play in Toronto, and DeMar DeRozan has come out and said that he wishes he was still in Toronto. So, yeah, that happens. But, yeah, I'm going to shut up. We're going to watch this game. This game was very exciting. It goes into double overtime, so if you want, you can fast forward throughout. However, basically, Kawhi Leonard plays for about 75% of this game. Danny Greene doesn't do too much. Kawhi Leonard gets MVP of this game, so you'll just have to stay tuned and see how this game goes. So I'll see you at the end, and I hope that you have enjoyed.
The Spurs shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
He hits the second from the line. And Steve, is the big three in San Antonio age and retire? How big was it for San Antonio to sign the All-Star LaMarcus Aldridge?
You know, it's huge, Kevin. A Texas native, and it's easy to see why he chose the Spurs. It's been interesting to see him integrate his game into their system.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Leonard kicks to Greene. Back to Leonard, lets it go with a three. Good work defensively by Gay. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Toronto grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Mills dishes to Gasol. Gay against Leonard. Takes the 13-footer. That's short off the rim. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Greene kicks to Lowry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Well, we have to give credit to the coaching staff. Terrific offensive strategy. Got them some great looks.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Leonard. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Mills passes to DeRozan. Aldridge a screen. Goes up off the pick and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now Lowry running the floor all by himself. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, whether he's running the fast break or finishing it, Kyle Lowry is a handful in the open court.
The dish to Gasol. Down low. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here again, the Raptors in transition. Up the court they go. Mills with the steal. Gay with it. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Nice read on that play by DeRozan. Came off the pick and took what the defense gave him.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
With the acquisition of LaMarcus Aldridge, the Spurs going against the grain. Most teams going small and shooting threes. Aldridge, a big forward who loves the mid-range.
San Antonio making a switch here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. There's a good screen. Here's DeRozan. And it's Miles with the rebound. And with Aldridge in the paint alongside another 7-footer, the Spurs have plenty of length inside.
Yes, they do. LaMarcus Aldridge with pretty good mobility for a player his height. He's able to move his feet defensively and cover the pick and roll perfectly.
And DeRozan kicks to Parker. Here's Poeltl. It's good. Poeltl's got his first bucket of the night.
Really nice work. Poeltl going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Here's Van Vliet. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Misses in close.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And DeRozan kicks to Poeltl. Ginobili dishes to Parker. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Toronto. Laverne, he's checked in for the Spurs. 1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Over Wright. No good from Ginobili.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Kicks it to Poeltl. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Miles. To stop the drought. And again, no good by Toronto.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Count that one from Van Vliet. 12 seconds left to play in the first. They set the screen. Here's Parker. From deep. Got it off in time, but it's no good. It's all tied in to infuse that chemistry and teamwork on the floor. It looks like he's a big reason why they're clicking.
Kevin, no doubt. And attitude, such a huge factor in being successful as an individual, but really also as a team. I think we've seen him really embrace that attitude as he's matured as a player.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
C.J. Miles is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Wright in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. And now, here comes Wright, leading the break. Pass to Miles. Here's Siakam, defended by Laverne. Anunoby, no good. Spurs leading by 4. Ginobili kicks to Laverne. Anderson the screen. Pass to Poeltl. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Well, and Steve, you are known for ball handling at 6'7". It seems like we're seeing more and more big players with that kind of skills. Antetokounmpo, Ben Simmons in Philadelphia as he begins to come back in his rehab. Of course, LeBron James. Why do you think that's the case? The taller guys handling the ball and with great success.
You know, Kevin, I think it's because now guys are not in the box. I don't think you have positions. It's positionless basketball. And guys want to be able to dribble the basketball, shoot the basketball, and they work on their game. I know kind of my era, the big guys just stay in the paint. The guards handle the basketball. And then kind of the 2 and the 3 were the only guys that did a lot of different things. But I think right now guys are learning the game from such a young age to be able to do it all. And that's the reason why we're seeing more triple-doubles.
2 on the clock. Ginobili misses.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
San Antonio leading by 3. And here is Parker playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way in. Parker's got his first points in this one.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And after the Raptors were swept in the 2017 conference semifinals, do you guys get the sense that Coach Dwayne Casey's on the hot seat?
No, I don't think so. I think Casey already survived a changing of the guard in the front office. He doesn't feel the pressure to keep his job, just the pressure to do his job, putting his players in the best position to compete.
Screened by Ibaka. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Aldridge a screen. Mills with it. Lowry picks him up. Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. Gasol setting the pick for Gay. Over Ibaka. And he overshot that one, missing. Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Leonard dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Leonard. And he goes big with the dunk right over LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And that last replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Got a piece of it. Gay a screen on Lowry. And Mills kicks to Gay. Gasol a screen. Pass to Aldridge. Feeds it to Mills. A three-pointer, no good. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And Leonard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Leonard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gay passes to Mills. DeRozan against Green. Shot to stop the run. A second chance effort. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You have to be serious about bodying up Aldridge, or he'll score off the bound all day.
Lowry dishes to Green. A 3 from Leonard. No good on that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Out to the right wing. Aldridge kicks to DeRozan. The feed to Gasol. Now the pass to DeRozan. Over Green. Another miss by DeRozan.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. 20 seconds left now here in the second.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now DeRozan. 17 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. 4 seconds left, and finished off by DeRozan.
Quick first step. This is why it's hard to stay in front of DeMar DeRozan.
There's Greene with the three. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the...
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, there was one.
Back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Bolt. San Antonio leading. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mills out there at DeRozan. And it's Gay in at the 3, the small forward. And the Raptors very disruptive defensively. One of the best teams in the league, Steve, when it comes to steals and deflections and points off turnovers.
Yeah, they are very aggressive on-ball defensive team. You like the tenacity, but they have to control the fouls. Those have been a major hindrance on defense.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Valanciunas inside. He's up against Gasol. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the Raptors miss again.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Aldridge with a screen on Greene. It's stolen by Ibaka. Now the Raptors moving it up. Puts it up from 12. And there's Greene on the assist by Lowry. Greene's got his first points of the game.
That's the shot they were looking for. After 3 straight misses coming out of the break, let's see if that sparks a rally.
Outside DeRozan. Rudy Gay on the wing. Clock at 6. Here's DeRozan, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Some changes for Toronto. Pascal Siakam comes in for Valanciunas, and it's C.J. Miles in for Kawhi Leonard. San Antonio also making some changes. Levert, he's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for Rudy Gay. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. There's Greene with the 3. That doesn't go either for Greene.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Anderson passes to Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to DeRozan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge dishes to DeRozan. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And the Raptors with some changes. Anunoby, he's checked in for Greene. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. The Spurs also with the sub. Hurdle's checked in.
Good free throw shooter DeRozan. Started out as a go-with-the-flow type player. Now looks to dominate every game.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. The Raptors have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And Wright kicks to Miles. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. Wright outside. And again, Toronto no luck.
Woo! Weak effort to set a screen allows the defender to get right in position.
Parker kicks to Pirtle. Ginobili outside. target with his 3. Raptors trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Anunoby passes to Ibaka. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
And that time, the defender a little out of control. Serge Ibaka wily enough to draw the foul.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they hold the lead.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends them back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
Knocked loose. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam, and he takes that one up and powers it through. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Here's Gay. Great touch on the 16-footer. Gay's got the game tied up here for San Antonio.
Boy, I'll tell you, from mid-range, Rudy's shot mechanics look effortless.
To the inside, Poeltl with the steal. Parker outside. Right against Ginobili. He feeds it to Poeltl. Gay dishes to Anderson. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Toronto's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Rudy Gay on the wing. Defended by Miles. Gay passes to Parker. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Ibaka. Leonard comes in for Pascal Siakam. Green, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Kyle Lowry in for DeLon Wright. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Poeltl. Aldridge comes in for Anderson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
One of his strong points, DeMar DeRozan, is so dependable when he gets to the mid-range. He knocks those down often.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
They set the pick. And Mills kicks to Gay. He dishes it to DeRozan. He gets it in there. DeRozan's got 12.
It seems that DeRozan has been involved in every score out there, and this one just zipping around the floor.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs out in front. They're up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from the first 3. We should be in for a treat. Toronto trailing. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Lowry, and it's Van Vliet in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Back to Lowry. They kick it out to Green over Gay. Passes it to Van Vliet for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Van Vliet's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Raptors. Gay, a screen on Lowry. Mills dishes to Gasol. It's stolen by Green. Lets the 3 fly. From outside the arc. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
Leonard kicks to Van Vliet. And the 3 off target. And San Antonio shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Dishes to Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. Kicks it to Mills. Shot clock at 6. Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. Here's Mills, and the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. San Antonio with the ball. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
And really liking the effort we see here tonight. Neither team giving much ground.
The scores remain close. I've got a feeling it's going to come down to the wire.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's stolen by Greene. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Whoa!
Beautiful. Beautiful. You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. DeRozan against Greene. He kicks it to Leonard. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Kawhi Leonard, a stifling defensive presence, both individually and in help situation. He's a difference maker.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, nothing against George Hill, but trading him for Kawhi Leonard on draft day 2011, franchise-changing move.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Just 3 to shoot, screened by Ibaka. From deep 3-point range, and the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. And Kawhi Leonard, nicknamed the Claw for his enormous hands. He uses them to pile up steals.
You know what's crazy, Kevin? He has worked hard to improve the strength in his hands, too. Catching and throwing medicine balls. Ball handlers beware. You show him the ball, and it's gone.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Toronto working the ball around now. Another miss by Leonard.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Leonard against Gay. Leonard kicks to Valanciunas. There's Greene with the 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Missed opportunity. As wide open as he was, he really has no confidence shooting from that deep.
San Antonio trailing here. Aldridge left side. No good. That would have tied it.
No one near him. That's one he's got to hit. One he usually hits.
Gay outside. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Right, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Here's Ibaka. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Right wing. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the 4th. Here's DeRozan. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Leonard kicks to Ibaka. The dish to Valanciunas. They need this one. Connects!
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Anderson kicks to Mills. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
He misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
Here's Valanciunas.
And for his career among active players, Pau Gasol top 3 in block shots.
San Antonio calls timeout. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
And Anderson kicks to Mills. Anderson, a screen on right. Back to Anderson. Right side, DeRozan. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number... Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for San Antonio. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. DeRozan out there with Mills. And it's Anderson in at the 3. DeRozan and finished off by DeRozan.
Loaded up with a lot of confidence, DeMar DeRozan can be a big-time performer.
Greene, the pass to Ibaka. It's stolen by DeRozan. Unloads. The Spurs rebound. Aldridge kicks to Mills. Aldridge a screen. There's the pick. Anderson dishes to DeRozan. Over Greene. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from the mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Anderson against Leonard. And that one, good. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
And Mills kicks to DeRozan over Greene. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Mills. 18 points for DeMar DeRozan.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. 6 on the shot clock. Right, the pass to Leonard. Tips it and stay with the play. Valanciunas.
He's shown he can get it done in the big moments. JV delivering in the clutch.
Spurs have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. Left side, DeRozan. The putback, and Gasol able to finish. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And that's why Gasol's teammates trust him. His ability to hit these shots time and time again is what makes him such a special player.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Wright. Gasol, a screen on Leonard. Shot on the wing. Money!
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that huge shot.
The Raptors have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. Up top, Leonard, defended by Anderson. Buries lays it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
San Antonio calls timeout. There's 39 seconds left in overtime. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for DeLon Wright. Spurs also with the sub. Rudy Gay's checked in for Anderson. And here's Mills from the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. At the elbow, Greene. Count it!
Ice water, baby. Game's on the line. Give it to someone who's been there before.
6-second difference between the shot and game plan. Mills dishes to Gay. This all setting the pick for Gay. Pass to DeRozan. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
The versatility of DeMar DeRozan can finish with power or finesse in the painted area.
Here's Leonard. Oh, no good. San Antonio calls timeout. Pulls from the top of the key. No good. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And with another overtime period here, we've got more terrific basketball coming your way right now.
Here we go.
And the Raptors with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
San Antonio trailing here. Now here's Mills. Pass to Aldridge. Inside. Gay gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And gotta respect the attitude there of Gay. If it's an important point in the game, he demands the ball.
That's good from Rudy Gay. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
And DeRozan kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. And the Spurs lead by 3.
That's a timely bucket. Mills with the good confidence in pressure situations.
Leonard inside. He's covered by Gay. And there it is for him. And it's 8 points for Valanciunas.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Valanciunas has gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. Mills passes to Gay. Gasol, a screen on Leonard. Here's DeRozan. That shot is off. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Valanciunas dishes to Greene. Feeds to Lowry. Outside, Greene. Gasol with the steal. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. It's good.
Gay is a high-activity player, someone who is constantly moving his hands, being rewarded for his efforts.
Leonard, the pass to Valanciunas. Good D by Gasol.
And on some plays, everything goes your way, except for the finish.
It's tipped. Here's Gay. The rebound by Ibaka. Raptors trail by 3. And here we go.
The improvement in patience, awareness. You can see why Kawhi Leonard's assist totals have grown over the years.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. DeRozan kicks to Gay. Gasol dishes to Mills. Oh, the lob to DeRozan, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 2. 40 seconds left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Now the feed to Aldridge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
He can beat you from long range, mid-range. That time, Aldridge draws the foul inside.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws good for Aldridge.
The perfect guy to have on the line right now.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Leonard.
Okay, so here we are. We are tied 66-66. Let's go, Kawhi Leonard. Make that. Yes. Okay, we got 10 seconds left. They're calling a timeout. That's totally fine with me. That's fine. Let's go. Let's get this. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard has been killing it this game. We are murdered. Well, we didn't murder San Antonio. We are in double overtime. Now we got to D up. We got to see how Kawhi Leonard D's up. And he's on DeMar, and he gets the steal. That's the end of the game, possibly. They fouled me. Okay, that's okay. Anyways, I hope that you have enjoyed the game up till this point. DeLon Wright gets that ball. He passes it down because I just want to get rid of the ball, and we win the game. There we go. We win. I hope that we win the championship this year. Anyways, until next time, I'll see you guys in our next video. I don't know what video we'll do next, so we'll see. See ya.
The officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a